Are you guys planning your next trip to Bali but confused how to begin? Then in this video I'm gonna give you some very important pointers that can definitely help you to plan and enjoy your trip without any hurdle. Hi and welcome to Amohi Chronicles. I have been to Bali recently and as most of the planning was done by me only, I had some good and some bad experiences. But not as bad as it sounds, but yeah, some of my mistakes that wasted my extra time and money. That's the reason why I'm sharing them all with you because I really don't want you guys to go through all this stuff. So be there with me till the end of this video. So let's get started by booking flights and hotel first. While booking your flight tickets, you need to keep few things in mind. First of all, you must book your flight tickets at least 3 to 4 months prior to your trip. Booking early will not only save those last minute charges but also you'll be able to unlock the discounted deals. And secondly, make sure to add your check-in baggage at the time of booking only. If that option is not available, then look for the other websites. It may sound complicated to you, but it's really gonna help you a lot. When I booked my tickets, I forgot to add and check my luggage limit, and I had to pay those extra charges at the airport. This was the worst part of the journey. So you need to take care of this. As you already know that there are n number of air ticketing sites where you can book instantly, but I would suggest that you must compare the prices and offers before booking. And after proper comparison, book according to your preset budget. Most of the flights from India to Bali are connecting flights that go via Malaysia, Singapore and Bangkok. We changed our flight from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Flights were really very comfortable and the journey was really good. That compensated the worst part that we experienced earlier. For booking your hotel, regardless of my information, you must be very much familiar with all the sites that are available for booking hotels. So make good use of them to compare prices, amenities and other offers. But for Bali, there's one more thing that you need to keep in mind before booking hotel, and that is deciding your purpose of visiting, like whether you're visiting Bali with your partner, with your friends or it's your solo trip, and then opt for the location of your choice. This would make your trip hassle-free and you won't feel stuck in the middle of everything. It will also save some of your extra expense that you may incur while changing your hotel from one location to another location. So let me just tell you how exactly you can do and decide the location. The first location we have here is Nusa Dua. This is the first and the foremost favorite place of couples, also known to be the enclave of luxurious 5-star resorts. This place is highly expensive but a real paradise. You must try to visit Nusa Dua at least once if you visit Bali. Our next location is Ubud. If you want to enjoy the luxury of 5-star resorts but you're bound with your budget, then this is the place for you. That is filled with wonderful 5-star villas and resorts. That is the reason why it is so famous among the newlywed couples. Seminyak. If you're a party freak and going Bali with your friends to spend some fun time, then Seminyak is perfect for you. This place has multiple sleek bars, clubs and high-end shopping. While shopping in Bali, be open to wide bargaining. And this location will provide you n number of options where you can compare and choose the hotel of your choice. Kuta. The hotels in this location are cheapest of them all. This place is typically for solo travelers and friends who are going there to enjoy. You will find some awesome party places here. This place is really very crowded and not for couples or newlyweds. Sky Gardens is an amazing party place. If you're planning a solo trip or going there with your friends, then I would suggest that you should book your hotel in Kuta or Seminyak because Nusa Dua and Ubud are really quiet and slow from party point of view. I hope that the information that I have shared with you would definitely help you to book your hotel at the location of your choice. Visa is the most frequently asked question that people actually worry about while planning for Bali or any other country. But let me just tell you that for Indians, there is no visa charges that you need to avail to enter into Indonesia. Bali has exempted visa for Indian tourists. That means you will automatically get the visa on arrival of 30 days. Bali is an incredible destination to visit round the year. It's extremely tropical, so you can expect hot and humid temperature pretty much every day. But there's two main seasons, that is the wet season and the dry season. Wet season starts from October to April. Traveling Bali during the rainy season is also not an issue at all. I went there in Feb, known to be one of the wettest months of the year, and I barely noticed the rain. Even the rain adds beauty to the sunny blue skies and perfect beach weather. Dry season. It starts from May to September. It's slightly less humid and less crowded than rest of the time. But planning your trip during this season is completely your choice because I won't recommend that. It would be too hot along the beach side and you won't be able to spend time at the beach. Although August and September is the best time to visit Bali, but I think traveling Bali during Christmas and New Year's time would be more fun. On these special leaves, you can get an awesome experience of clubs and parties over there. But I would also suggest that if you have got limited time of your work, then don't look for the best time. Just book your tickets and go and enjoy your trip. Once you're done with your booking, time to backpack for Bali. The best part about Bali that you really don't need to bring that much stuff here. Well, I have made a list of few essential items that you need to travel in Bali. For clothing, just keep some shorts, swim trunks, t-shirts and comfortable pair of shoes. Else, pack according to your style preferences. But my tip for you is to keep your packing light and precise. Carry a small and light portable charger as you'll need it again and again while you're traveling. And another essential item in your backpack is sunscreen. The sun is super strong in Bali that can seriously damage your skin, so it's better to always carry a good quality of sunscreen with you. You will be really amazed to know that unfortunately mosquitoes are flying all over the place in Bali. So while adventurous activities, protect yourself with good quality of mosquito repellent. The most important item in your backpack is waterproof phone case. No matter what kind of phone you have, you really need to keep it protected during your trip. If you don't guard your phone, then I bet you will be paying some extra charges for phone repairs. There are few ATM available in every region, but wherever you stay, just make sure to locate them nearby you by using Google Maps. Currency that you find in Indonesia is called rupiah, and the rupiah notes are of 1000, 5000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 and 1 lakh, and the coins are of 500 and 1000 that are more commonly used in Indonesia. At money exchange booths, always prefer and ask for the 100k or 1 lakh Indonesian rupee note, as they make less confusion while money exchange and spendings. This will also help you to keep check on your remaining currency. Always be very careful with the scams, especially on the money exchange booths. One of the main reasons behind making this video was to make you aware of the frauds that happens on the exchanging money booths. This is the point where you will face many problems if you are not paying more than required attention while exchanging the same. So I would suggest that it's better to exchange your money at the airport only. They might give you less exchange rate, but at least they will give you whole amount, unlike the local money exchangers who give you less amount and you will not even realize what they are actually doing. Bali is an exotic island that never disappoints you, right from the Nagurai airport landing to the point you leave the island. But once you collect your baggage and complete the immigration formalities, you'll need to get your transportation sorted to your hotel. I must warn you that the worst part about the Bali is the moment you reach, you will be surrounded and harassed by countless people asking you for taxi and SIM cards. Just don't pay attention to them and find your cab through an authorized taxi counter that is situated just opposite to the airport. Never buy SIM cards at the airport. It's too costly there. Try to reach your hotel first. Once you reached, you can easily find a SIM card outlet nearby your hotel that is much more cheaper than you were purchasing earlier. But for regular outings from your hotel, download Bali's local app Bluebird to book your cab. Don't approach hotel staff for local transport. That would cost you much higher than its actual price. When it comes to food, there's variety of cuisines that you may have. But if you are a vegetarian, then it's a bit difficult for you. In that case, either you'll have to carry some packaged food with you or you'll have to search for some Indian restaurants. But don't worry, you can easily get an Indian restaurant over there because there are multiple Indian restaurants and they serve delicious food. In any circumstances, if you don't find Indian restaurant, then you may also have veg sandwiches, pizzas from the hotel in which you are staying. If you are a couple, you can definitely visit Jimbaran. It's a white sand beach just like the Dreamland, famous for its romantic dinners along the seaside. If you are a water sports loving person, you can definitely visit Nusa Dua. It's famous for its water sports like scuba diving, snorkeling, parasailing, rafting, and ocean walks. For more water sport activities, you can also drive to a Tanjong Pinoa beach and you will find lots of operators there. Do not approach to the agent, just go directly to the sports stall. They'll provide you some good packages of 3 water sports that are scuba diving, flying fish, parasailing, banana boat, along with Turtle Island. You can also visit Gega Beach. Being far from the traffic and noise of the city, it's really beautiful, calm and quiet over there. If you want to spend some quality time away from the hustle of the city, then visit the nearby island Nusa Lembongan. It's like a small village but an island that you will definitely love. You can also take a trip to Ubud Rice Terrace and Jungle. There you can find the monkey forest, waterfall and the Ubud Palace as their major attraction. Uluwatu and Tanalot Temple both are very famous for their view and sunset points. View at Tanalot Temple is breathtaking and at some occasions Balinese also perform Kekak dance on these places. For Indian and non-Asian tourists, visiting Bali's every temple is fascinating, but make sure to visit only the prominent one with good history behind. Mount Batu Trek. If you love trekking, you shouldn't have second thought about this. It takes around 2 to 2.5 hours to reach at the first sunrise point. While witnessing the view from the top, you will definitely realize that it's worth to face little difficulties while climbing on the top. Although Bali is a beautiful country that seems to have a magnet in its heart, it's difficult to understand the feeling unless experienced, but once visited will compel you to definitely be back and stay there forever. But there are a few more things that you should be aware of while visiting Bali. People here are mostly friendly and helpful, but you still need to take some necessary safety precautions on your side. Never fall sick in Bali, be fit and avoid food which you're allergic to. Availability of English medicines is nil in many parts of the Indonesia, so carry some of your generic medicines that you may need for your common health problems. Last but not the least, Indonesian laws regarding drugs are very stringent. Punishment is death if you're caught with possession, so you need to take care of this. In this video, I have shared all my knowledge and information pertaining to Bali. And if you have any specific query regarding your trip, you're always welcome to ask in the comment section below. Wish you an adventurous, fun-filled and safe trip. I hope that you guys liked and found my video helpful in planning your trip. So share it with your friends as much as you can, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon below to get the notification of my upcoming videos. Thank you.